so they're not going to want those on records.
After the feds raided Diddy's mansion, they recovered cameras, and upon examination, it was revealed that he had 22 secret tapes of inappropriate activities stored. Now, it's only a matter of time before he's either put behind bars or we witness some major revelations.
Well, what happened is that they had 9 different sessions with Jimmy Henchman regarding his proffer agreement. So that means the feds went in there 9 different times to talk to him. And in those sessions, they asked him, what do you know about Sean Puffy Combs or Sean Diddy Combs? I don't think it was Puffy at that time. It wasn't Diddy at the time. But what do you know about Sean John Puffy Combs having sex with underage boys? And you got to realize, and people never think about this, that Jimmy and his brother, I think they had the same charges. But his brother walked away from that, and Jimmy gets life without the possibility of parole, I think. Which is crazy for any drug charge. Nobody should spend their life in jail for drug charges and just drug charges. But I think they try to tie him to some murders or something like that. I don't know that to be for sure, but he shouldn't spend his life in jail for no drug charges. Not at all.
More drama has unfolded with Diddy. Federal authorities recently paid a visit to his mansion, and guess what they found? Secret tapes raising serious questions about the incriminating evidence that might be hidden on those reels. Meanwhile, Jimmy Henchman, already serving a life sentence, is being interrogated by the feds about Diddy's alleged dealings with underage boys. Celebrity scandals just keep getting wilder. With all the damning evidence and allegations piling up against Diddy, there's only one reason he hasn't been arrested yet. Now, we might just know why.
On what happened. Nobody ever thought that the mob was going to fall. Nobody ever thought. They thought it were the Untouchables. There's a movie, I think, called The Untouchables, right? Or
Chicago. The movie Untouchables.
Kevin Costner. Right. Yeah. So, and then the day the 240 whatever guys are walking out like this and just going on saying, wait a minute, how many judges did they have? How many cops did they pay off? Oh. Harvey Weinstein, have you seen his latest pictures, what he looks like? He went from the powerful guy, sitting there like this and having hard
wheelchair.
That demon. What do you think?
I think you're never going to see a guy like Universal Records CEO or a Motown Records CEO go down. Those guys are executives. They're well connected. They're going to make Diddy take the fall. And
you think so?
Because there can always be another Diddy. And this was a grand scheme. If the feds want to go all the way up the food chain on it, they can go as high as they want. But something tells me they're going to suppress it and have one guy take the fall.
Do you guys think? Sorry, Tom. Do you guys think that which one's more like more probable? Him going to jail and getting in trouble for it, or something, God forbid, happening where he kills himself because he can't take it like Epstein? Which one, Adam? What do you think?
None of them. If you talk about Weinstein and Diddy, is Diddy more feared because of the groups and the things that are going around? I think he was feared, but I really thought nobody was as untouchable as Harvey Weinstein. I did not think that guy was going to get touched. I thought he was going to get retired. I didn't think he was going to, that these suits were going to do it.
What did
especially
the poll
when
say
they
about? That's a
split
good
it.
point.
When they split it into LA and New York and they tried him twice and they put him away forever, I was really shocked that everybody turned and he fell.
Diddy's guy, Stevie J, who's all wired into this thing, came out
in Miami.
More allegations and legal trouble are swirling around Diddy and his son Christian Combs, creating a real mix of accusations from sexual misconduct and drug use to coercion. And of course, there's all the speculation about Diddy's connections and whether he's involved in some shady business dealings. One thing's for sure, Diddy seems to have ties with some questionable individuals.
Talked about more in the circumstances, in the circles of P. Diddy, is Corey Gamble. I have a feeling this man, Corey Gamble, is going to be part of the industry fallout that is happening right now. Corey Gamble was so close with Kim Porter, so close to the point that he has said that he helped raise P. Diddy's children. Kris Jenner and the Kardashians have had a very long friendship with P. Diddy, and we know by now Kim Kardashian unfollowed P. Diddy 24 hours before his home was raided. Corey Gamble also has a very close friendship with figures such as Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like I said, very, very close to Kim Porter, but he stayed close to P. Diddy after Kim Porter passed away. I cannot put my finger on it. It has always been so weird that Corey Gamble kind of has like seemingly come out of nowhere while having extensive ties to the music industry for so many years, but he's really just known as Kris Jenner's boyfriend. He was or is Justin Bieber's co-manager. He was when he was working with Scooter Braun, so I don't know if he still co-manages Justin Bieber now that Justin Bieber has cut ties with Scooter Braun. But Corey Gamble and Diddy go way, way, way back.
So what's the story behind Corey Gamble, Kris Jenner's main squeeze? It's a bit of a mystery, isn't it? People are buzzing about his connections, especially with heavy hitters like Diddy and the late Kim Porter. Now, there's growing speculation about potential fallout within the industry, as rumors swirl around his ties and influence.
A black man didn't reach back and help the people that helped them make it up the ladder. It was Puffy. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of Puffy going on different platforms talking about how he loved the people that we was all with, how he loved the people that helped him, when in fact, none of that stuff was true. So my whole thing about it is, man, I appreciate your platform for letting me, voice my opinion. And like I said, opinions like an asshole. Some of these cats out here get paid for their asshole. I get paid to give my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, yeah, you just on here giving your opinion, man. I mean, you was one of the people that was real close to the situation, so why not?
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So with that being said, right, the last interview me and you did was a day after the raid. And when you look at everything now, man, how you feel about everything? It's been like a week, you knowing Diddy, you being around Diddy. Could you ever imagine that his houses would get raided for sex trafficking?
Bruh, you can't imagine no stuff like that. You understand? You can't think that, because back then, he wasn't Brother Love. He was Puffy. All the way up until he became Diddy. So his behavior over the years has changed. And the behavior that he shows now, and that he has shown by being Brother Love, I couldn't imagine that the police would be raiding him for sex trafficking? Nah, bruh. I couldn't imagine that.
Those who helped Diddy rise to fame feel betrayed by his actions. It's hard to believe his mansions are being raided for sex trafficking, given his past image. That's probably why his high-profile friends aren't rushing to defend him. They either fear damaging their own reputations or know more than they're willing to admit. Or maybe they've seen their own tapes and don't want them released.
The photos and videos of the raids in the homes of Sean Diddy Combs that went viral last week. No, as we explore these allegations and potential criminal charges, new and old videos and comments regarding the rapper and producer are taking center stage. We're going to break them down along with some updates in the case. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. It has been quite the week since Homeland Security agents swarmed the residences of Sean Diddy Combs out in Los Angeles and Miami, the rapper, producer, mogul, reported billionaire. It was almost like a military response with heavily armed officers, vehicles rolling into these wealthy neighborhoods, and there have been some interesting reactions and takes and insights in the aftermath of all of this. Now, to be clear, here is where we're at right now. At the time of this recording, all federal authorities have said so far is that the raids were happening in connection with some sort of ongoing investigation, which sources say has to do with human trafficking. In fact, the New York Post reported that a Department of Homeland Security officer told them, quote, We believe that there is a disturbing history of sex trafficking. We are responding to concrete, detailed, explicit allegations. This is not random.
This guy's facing serious scrutiny after the raids on his LA and Miami homes, not to mention the sex trafficking allegations. Many thought he'd just disappeared, but recent sightings place him in Florida. Lawsuits from ex-partners and associates allege disturbing behavior, while celebrities like Cat Williams and Uncle Luke have spoken out, hinting at potential revelations about his infamous parties.
Whoever's holding that secret, they hold it tight to the vest. And I'm like, what other secrets? Like, what deals were made in those freak-offs? Because a lot of the deals that happen in social environments. That's why people go to the club and they hang out all day. Bankers hang out with bankers all day to get deals done. Like, I would go to Trippiani's and I'd watch, we'd make, billion-dollar deals over a bottle of vodka. And it was all based on, that hanging out and that trust, and you would throw your man an alley-oop because y'all hung out. If you get into that secret club and you're able to hold a secret so tight to the vest, you know a lot of business deals are getting made there. So now I'm like, damn, I might understand why certain people had certain opportunities, certain deals, and if they weren't participating, they were there and they didn't leave and they repetitively came back.
Diddy now faces numerous legal issues and serious accusations of misconduct. His connections to politicians raise concerns about whether he's being protected from facing consequences. The fact that he's been getting away with things for so long makes you wonder why.
And Corey Gamble is going to be part of the industry.
I often feel like Courage the Cowardly Dog, seeing something, warning everybody, and then nobody takes me seriously until it is too late. February of last year, I started talking about Diddy and Justin Bieber. I really zoomed in on Corey Gamble. Everyone thought it was like being dramatic. August of 2023, talking about Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble's relationship, Corey's connections to the entertainment industry, particularly Diddy. This is when Kim Porter's phone was found. Why I think Kris Jenner is with Corey Gamble. We talk about Kamara Lee Simmons. We talk about OJ. November, I make countless predictions about Diddy. There's so many more than this. You can search on my Twitter. Light years ahead, baby.
Okay, so I'm finishing up research for the Corey Gamble deep dive, and I'm noticing a high amount of links being broken in articles where the links were not broken within the last couple of weeks, recent pull downs of articles surrounding Corey Gamble. Let me show you an example. So I found a photo of Corey Gamble and Ludacris in 2001. And so I found this article talked about how Corey Gamble met Ludacris and some other people. It would be a very helpful article to have, but again, a recent pull down. So, okay, this is what we're gonna do, friends. Copying the link. We're going over to the Wayback Machine. We're pasting the link. Oh, we've got a snapshot. Let's see. Oh, and we got the article, baby.
Allegations and rumors are swirling around Corey Gamble, including speculation about his connections to Diddy, Kim Porter, and the mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. His relationship with Kris Jenner and his association with high-profile celebrities have everyone questioning who this guy really is and what his role is in the industry.
Tape recorders, those micro projectors or whatever like that, or video cameras, they found them in the house, bro. So by them having those things in the house, and people know there's drugs, there's alcohol, there's loose women, there's loose men, woman on woman, man on man, all kind of crazy shit. Bruh, they just wondering who or when they're gonna let this stuff be known. If it's on videotape.
Yeah, man, I know they gotta be shook, man, after finding out he was recording everything.
But not only celebrities, I don't think it's only celebrities gonna be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes in there. He also had a couple of preachers in there. Hallelujah. That's crazy.
You personally, you think they got tapes?
Well, my personal opinion that if Lil Rob could be trusted and his statements are true, they got him. They got tapes and stuff.
Stevie J is also weighing in on the situation, suggesting that celebrities might be panicking because they're worried about being caught up in Diddy's recordings. Meanwhile, L. Rod is letting everyone know that Diddy had his entire house wired, every room was bugged and taped. Now, everyone is sweating about what kind of dirt might surface from these tapes.
You look at that statement from Williams a little bit differently. And of course, this is merely a claim, an accusation from Cat Williams. We can't verify what is going on here. But there are other videos going viral online right now that seem proof positive that Combs' parties were nothing short of infamous.
Oh, hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
That was Combs and NBA legend LeBron James. But others have recently come out to say that Combs' parties were not a place you wanted to be. That includes rapper Uncle Luke, who spoke with the podcast We in Miami just last week.
Did you party with Diddy a lot?
Oh, no, not really. I would go to the party and leave early.
Why wouldn't you stay late?
I go to the party and leave early. I'm sorry. I don't know what goes on after hours, but
he wasn't trying to find out.
I wasn't trying to find out.
One of the videos that has gone especially viral or circulated in the aftermath of the raids was Combs' interaction with a then 15-year-old Justin Bieber back in what I believe is 2009 as he was just rocketing to stardom.
The investigations and raids on Diddy's properties have uncovered a lot of troubling evidence. Reports suggest he's had some shady interactions with young stars like Justin Bieber, and there are suddenly old videos from Nickelodeon sets resurfacing out of nowhere.
Be 40 years old, 50 years old, and mess with a girl that was in back in the days when we was high school, there'd be you in the 9th grade, older nigga, come up in the car. So it's the mentality you see sometimes in the hood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But what he was doing, you're on a whole nother level. You was peeing on chicks, you was... listen, look, all that shit was documented. When you have bread, yes, you're gonna be the target. And if you're the black man...
Was filming people, right? So he can have dirt on them, right? What is that charge? Who is the people, right? Because at that point, for those individuals to press charges, we got to know who those individuals are, and I'm pretty sure some of those guys are not gonna press charges if they, right? Because I mean, like, if somebody's that famous enough, and they're like, well, I'd just rather be left out of this, right? So most of those tapes, if those people are judges and all of them, they're gonna want those tapes removed anyway. They're not gonna want those on records. Yeah, how do you prove you had sex?
You invite someone over, they bring their little sister with them, they're hanging out.
But that's what I'm saying, you're trying
you always see girls in the studio. That's just part of the studio.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, you was in the studio, you came with this person, I signed an autograph, and you left.
Took a picture with you, that's it, yeah.
Now, how do we figure out who's telling the truth?
Man, I feel you. The whole thing is messed up. The whole thing is messed up. I'm not a big fan of it.
When the feds recently raided P. Diddy's mansion, they found 22 secret tapes. People are really worried about what could be on those tapes and whether they feature anyone significant. On top of that, Jimmy Henchman, who's already in serious trouble, is being heavily questioned by the feds about Combs and underage boys. Things are getting pretty serious and complicated in this entire investigation.